You must have heard the saying, all is fair in love and war. And in today's story, something exactly like that happens. In this story, we are shown a boy and a girl who are stepbrother and stepsister, and they end up falling in love with each other. Now the question is, will the boat of their love reach its destination or not? To find out, stay with the video till the end. The story begins, and we are introduced to a girl named Nova. She is sitting in a car, arguing with her mother. The truth is, Nova's mother has left her old husband, and today she is taking Nova to meet her new husband. That is why Nova is extremely angry at her. Nova's mother arrives at her new husband's house with Nova. The house looks incredibly luxurious, and there are many servants working there. But even after seeing all this, Nova doesn't like anything about this place, because she prefers living a simple life. So she calls her friend and says that her mom's husband is very rich, he has a lot of money, but she absolutely does not like living the life of the rich. While Nova is talking to her friend, her stepbrother is shown for the first time. Instead of calling her his sister, he introduces her as his father's new wife's daughter, and he starts teasing her by saying that. Just then, Nick's dog gets loose and starts barking at Nova. To save herself from Thor, Nova hides behind Nick, and Nick saves her from his dog. After this, Nick's father takes the entire family out for dinner. They all sit together and start eating, but here, Nick and Nova begin arguing with each other again. Nick keeps irritating Nova again and again, which makes her furious, and she decides to go home. Nick's father tells Nova that Nick will drop her home, but Nick says he has some important work and can't drop her. However, Nick's father firmly tells him that he has to take Nova home himself. So, unwillingly, Nick takes Nova with him in the car. On the way, Nova says something bad about Nick's mother. Hearing this, Nick gets extremely angry. He stops the car and forces Nova to get out. Then he drives away, leaving her alone in the middle of the road. Just then, a car is seen approaching. Nova takes a lift and sits inside. She tells the boy in the car that her brother left her alone on the road. The boy replies that maybe he had to attend some party, which is why he left her. Then, he says that even he is going to the same party. After that, the boy takes Nova to the party. At the party, Nova sees Nick having fun with other girls. Seeing this makes her very angry, and she starts fighting with Nick. Nova says to him, "So having fun with other girls was your important work?" Nick replies, "It would be better if you stayed out of my personal life." Later, when Nova is roaming alone at the party, a new boy approaches her and offers her a drink. That drink is mixed with drugs. Nova drinks it, but just then, Nick arrives, beats that boy up, and saves Nova. By now, Nova is completely intoxicated, so Nick takes her home. He lifts her up in his arms and carries her all the way to her room. The next morning, when Nova regains consciousness, she goes to Nick and asks him, "What happened between us last night?" To tease her, Nick replies, "A lot happened between us last night. Don't you remember?" After this, we see Nova at a car event where she is looking at Nick. From the way she looks at him, it feels like she is slowly getting attracted to him. That night, Nick is about to participate in a car race, so he arrives there with his car. But just then, Nova also shows up. The moment Nick sees her, he can't take his eyes off her. She looks stunning. Because of that, during the race, Nick's attention keeps drifting toward Nova again and again. Even then, he manages to win the race. After that, everyone starts celebrating and partying. During the party, Nova sees that her boyfriend has sent her a photo, and in that photo, he is kissing another girl. Seeing this completely breaks her heart. To make her boyfriend jealous, Nova grabs another guy and starts taking a similar kind of picture with him. But just then, Nick arrives and checks her phone. That's when he understands everything. So he says to her, "If you want pictures like that, you can click them with me." After that, Nova clicks a picture with Nick and sends it to her boyfriend. Then, Nova sits inside Nick's racing car, and she absolutely loves it. But the car is already standing on the racing line, and Nick's race is about to begin in just a few minutes. However, Nick isn't present there at that moment, so Nova is forced to race in his place. That's when we find out that Nova is actually a very good car racer, and this isn't her first race. Soon, Nick also arrives there and is shocked to see Nova driving like that. Nova easily wins the race, but then comes a twist in the story. According to the rules, Nick was supposed to drive that race himself. So even though Nova wins, Nick is declared the loser. While leaving from there, Nick's opponent uses abusive words against him. Hearing this, Nick gets furious and starts fighting with him. Seeing the fight, Nova becomes extremely scared, and it reminds her of some painful memories from her childhood. After this fight, Nick starts receiving threats, but he doesn't care about any of it and goes to meet his little sister. That night, when Nick comes home, he sees Nova playing with Thor, the same dog she used to be terrified of before. Here, Nick and Nova sit together and start talking. After a while, they begin getting closer to each other. But Nick stops himself and says, "We need to stay a little apart, because when you're close to me, I can't control myself." The next day, when Nova is washing a car, Nick is standing at a distance watching her. Just then, Nova's mother arrives with her boyfriend. Nova gets scared because if he finds out that Nick, the guy she sent that kissing picture with, is actually her stepbrother, he might tell her mother everything. Nova's boyfriend apologizes to her for sending that photo of him kissing another girl, but Nova tells him clearly, "I don't want to have any relationship with you anymore, because I love Nick." Both Nova and Nick know very well that if their parents find out about their relationship, they will separate them. But despite that, they continue to fall deeper in love. After this, Nova receives a threatening letter from a girl. In the next scene, Nick is heading somewhere, but his opponent arrives there with his car and starts provoking him again, which leads to another fight between them. When Nick returns home injured, Nova gets very scared seeing his wounds. She tells him never to fight again. Later, Nova meets Dan and tells him everything about her relationship with Nick. After hearing this, Dan leaves from there. In the next scene, we see Nova and Nick going somewhere with their friends. On the way, Nova gifts Nick a toy car instead of a real one and says, "I was going to gift you a poem, but you wouldn't understand poetry anyway." So Nick starts reciting a poem to her himself, and once again, they grow closer. But just then, their friends arrive and start making fun of them. After that, Nick takes off his shirt, ready to fight someone. But Nova tries to stop him because she is very scared of fights. However, Nick doesn't listen to her. Nova gets angry and walks away from there. Nick's friend Narayel follows Nova to calm her down, but instead, he tries to impress her and even attempts to kiss her. Just then, Nick arrives, pushes him to the ground, and says, "Nova is mine." Right there, Nick confesses, "I love you so much." But Nova replies, "I'm scared of you. That's why I want to end this relationship right here." After that, they both start staying away from each other, but even while being apart, they remain deeply sad. One day, Nick finds out that Nova's real father used to beat her a lot. He even tried to kill her once. That's why he had gone to jail. But now, he has been released. And there is a fear that after getting out, he might try to harm Nova again. So now, Nick must take care of her. After this, we are shown Nova's real father. He reaches the place where Nova is partying with her friends. But before he can do anything, Nick arrives there. After the party ends, Nova suddenly remembers that she left her blazer inside. So she goes back in to get it, but a girl locks her inside a cupboard. Nova becomes extremely terrified, because in her childhood, her father used to lock her inside a cupboard in the same way. Just then, Nick arrives and takes her out. After that, he brings her home with him. But when Nick's father comes to him and sees both of them in that situation, he is shocked. Actually, he had come to tell Nick that his younger sister, Maggie, is sick and currently in the hospital. So Nick goes there with Nova to see her. But when they are returning home, Nick suddenly stops the car in the middle of the road. He knows that once they reach home, they will be separated. So they both decide to spend some last moments together. After that, they go to a beach and grow close to each other. After some time, their protection runs out, so Nick goes to a shop to buy more. But when he returns, Nova is no longer inside the car. She has been kidnapped. When the CCTV footage is checked, it is revealed that the one who kidnapped Nova is Nick's opponent. After this, we see Nova with her real father. He calls her mother and starts threatening her. In exchange for Nova's release, he demands money. So the family reaches there with the money. But this time, the police are also involved. The police track the location of the car in which Nova is sitting with her father. But Nova's father realizes that the police are onto him, so he puts a gun to Nova's head and forces her to drive the car. Nova starts driving away, but just then, Nick approaches from the opposite side in another car. At that moment, they perform a risky stunt, and during the chaos, the police shoot Nova's father. He dies on the spot. After this, the entire family reunites once again. In the next scene, we see Nick secretly coming to meet Nova. He tells her, "I love you." Both of them know very well that no one will ever accept their relationship. That's why they continue meeting each other in secret. And with this, the movie comes to an end. So, if you like this video, make sure to hit the like button.
If you enjoyed this review, be sure to subscribe to Movies You Missed and share in the comments which film you'd like us to cover next.